Hello. Hey all, welcome to Treck. Welcome to our live stream. Just going to wait for a few seconds before I get started. So just hold on. So I've started my live stream. There you go. It's all in place. Just give me 1 second, guys. I just have to go into another window and switch off something. Okay, everything looks fine. I'm ready to get started. So guys, how are you guys doing? And nice to have Jesse back. So, and also Inf. Thanks Inf, thanks for joining up. So it's been a very interesting day. CRISPR Therapeutics, I think their results came unexpectedly. I thought it might come later in the day, but it's already in. So I had to come up with a quick video and put out my reaction out there. It's already on the on our YouTube channel page. So if you have not seen it, maybe you can have a look at it after the live stream. So that's the latest news, and CRISPR has done pretty well. CRISPR Therapeutics has done pretty well. They reported a Q2 loss of around, I think, $2.40 per share, as against the expectation of $2.22. So that's a kind of drop that would generally take shares down. But compared to Q2 2021, it's way better, because in Q2 2021, their loss per share was $9.44. So in my opinion, this shows improving operations for the company, and their massive pump, in this massive pump, some meme momentum stocks also. Tesla looks hilarious. Haha, sometimes I forget Tesla is a mega cap with this massive penny stock like swings. Yeah, that's true. But coming back to CRISPR, CRISPR Therapeutics revenue for quarter ended June 30 was 158,000 compared to $900 million a year ago, because at that time they had just got the collaboration money from Vertex. For this quarter, though, analysts had expected 2.2 million. It's way short of the 2.2 million that was expected. But still, with genomic startup companies which are non-revenue producing, I mean, without any products, this is to be expected. So as of June, this is the highlight. As of June 30, the company had 2.07 billion in cash and cash equivalents and marketable securities. I think that's a lot of money in there, and that should give confidence to everybody. And as Inf was saying about meme stocks, right? Shares of Bed Bath and Beyond and AMC are highly shorted, and naturally it was like a red rag to the bull. So many of these whom we call apes, they went ape shit on the in the market. Both shares surged today, as reportedly meme traders seem to be betting on the stock despite lack of any catalyst as such. So both shares are up nearly 40% and 12% respectively. This is surely leveling the playing field when a group gets together to take advantage of the big boys. So that's a very interesting thing to see. I hope our friend Raj, do you know how analysts come up with this expectation for earnings, or is it based on the company's own guidance and what company says? No. Many of these, I personally am not that knowledgeable when it comes to genomics, and I do not have access to companies. Like, I can't pick up a phone and talk to the company and from the investors division ask specific questions. But when you look at analysts with many of these big investors, as well as big mutual fund companies and all, they have direct access to various companies, and they have analysts who are dedicated. Like, for example, they may have an automobile engineer and person who has already worked in the automobile field as an analyst for companies like Tesla. They may have electrical engineers, people with those kind of specific background. And who know the industry, and then they would be having industry contacts as well with the dealerships and other places. So they pull up information from various places, and they also call up the subject company and ask them specific questions. They get to participate in the analyst calls, and they have access to inside information to a certain extent. Inside information in the sense not like insiders trading, but more in terms of being able to call somebody in the company and ask them specific questions and get answers. And therefore, they do not wait for specific instances when the company gives out information like in Q2 or during a press release. They can pick up the phone and call anytime. And they have sophisticated models which are available to them, and they have access to a lot of corporate data, and they can pull up a lot of information, statistics, and do modeling in order to predict potential income. Yeah, they are way more sophisticated, and out here I'm just spitballing things, but they have much more specific information, and they have really evolved modeling data in order to come up with revenue estimates. Yeah. Yeah, that's what happens. Yeah, you as a small YouTuber, I can't. But the moment I have, let us say, 100,000 subscribers or something, then potentially I'll be in a position to reach out and talk to them and see if they would be able to engage with me. But all these startup companies, when they are brand new, they would be happy to engage. But as they become bigger, they don't have time. Honestly, I mean, we can't fault them because they have to handle a whole lot of things and they don't have bandwidth for individuals like myself. Yeah. So that's what we have there. Now let me take us into the TradingView platform, and let us start looking at what's happening there. So the first thing to do is to shrink down to size and then bring out our TradingView platform. So here we have the TradingView platform, and I'm going to look at the futures to begin with. The futures are down marginally at minus 0.36%. Just give me 1 second. Let me move out from here and let the screen be complete. Oh, sorry, I'm all over the place. Give me 1 second. Yeah, everything is set. Sorry about that. So we have Nasdaq futures down minus 0.36%. It's around eight more minutes to go before we close. We are still above the line of support, so I'm not concerned. And as I mentioned in the morning, all the indices are going to challenge the 200-day exponential moving average, and they're being pushed down from there. So this is but expected. Let us go into the indicators while we wait for the market to close. Let's check out US oil first. US oil has bounced off the support here, which was at $88, and it's heading for the resistance, which is at 91.70. We're at 90.52, a jump of 2.24%. We are still within our bear channel, so I'm not worried about it. But we need to break down below 88 in order to make further gains in the stock market, in my opinion. And by the looks of the momentum, it is starting to pick up. That's not a good sign, but still it's below average, so I will be comfortable. And also MACD is bearish, so I'll give it some more time and see what happens there. QQQ, it broke through the diagonal line of resistance. I'm just going to color it back red again. It's still a resistance. It got pushed down by the 200-day exponential moving average. That's what happened out there. Our MACD is still above average, so I'm still holding out hope that tomorrow we may be able to break out of this bullish pennant, assuming that we close just where we are right now or slightly above where we are right now. Then tomorrow morning that should be good. S&P 500, it's down minus 0.13%. It's being pushed down by the 200-day exponential moving average, and our momentum is also faltering a little bit, but still it's above average, so I'm happy with that. Again, the common theme here is trying to break through above the 200-day moving average and being pushed back down. Same story with IWM, again being pushed back down by the 200-day exponential moving average. We're also a bit overbought, so that's another drag out here. So by the time IWM comes up, QQQ will also have broken out of the 200-day exponential moving average. Dow Jones Industrial Average is down 0.15, is up 0.15%, but down from the 200-day exponential moving average, not able to break through. Still above this diagonal line of support out here, which is this green line, which was the top of the pennant, which was the resistance before. The VIX could not bring itself to go below 21.20. It's jumped up again, but still being well constrained by the 9-day exponential moving average. So that is looking good. Put call ratio is going towards neutral. I would say it's neutral. XLY by XLP, slightly risk off. Dollar index, US dollar index is coming down again. This is a good sign for us. And by the looks of the momentum, it's likely to go down further. So I hope for that to go down there. And then we are going to look at the index moving technology companies. So I'm going to first look at Amazon, which is down minus 0.94%, but still above the 200-day exponential moving average. That's good in my books. So at least Amazon is not contributing to QQQ going down. Next, let us look at Google, which is almost flat. It couldn't break through the next level of resistance at 121.16, got pushed down, and it's being constrained by the 100-day exponential moving average, sitting at 119.01. And next, we look at Apple, which is again a big index mover. It's down minus 0.25, a very marginal decline, but still bullish, still above the 200-day exponential moving average. Microsoft has had a drop of minus 0.85%. Still managing to stay above the 200-day exponential moving average. So overall, I think the index movers have not pushed it down much. They are still above the 200-day exponential moving average. In case of crypto, Bitcoin is still doing strong, up 4.08% and being pushed down by the 50-day exponential moving average. Coinbase is still doing well, up 5.5%. I'm happy about that. It's a doji candle out here being pushed down by the 100-day exponential moving average, which sits at 99.66. MACD is looking overbought. Sorry, MACD is looking bullish, but momentum RSI is overbought. And we need the RSI to cool down a little bit. So there could be a bit of sideways movement. That is but to be expected. But once we are below the 70, we'll have a chance to go up again. With that said, I think we have to go and look at the genomic sector. But before that, let's check out the commodities. Wheat is thankfully coming down. It's down minus 0.16%. Copper is up 0.94%. It's still on the bullish channel and it shows a strong economy. And with that said, let us go and have a look at genomics. I'm just going to sort the genomic sector out here. And I would like to check out what's happening in our chat window before I go into analyzing the genomic shares. So Inf is saying, reach out and talk to everyone's favorite optimist, Michael Burry. You still around, or did you go out to celebrate with your shares? I think Jesse is gone back. He must have had something, because I think he's working from home. He must be having a lot of things to do after having taken a 1-week vacation. You know how it is. You take a 1-week vacation, and when you come back, everything is waiting for you, plus new things. So you have to work twice as hard. And at the end of it, you wonder whether it was worth taking the vacation. And if you don't take the vacation, it will lapse anyway. So it's a Hobson's choice. I think it's difficult. I remember my working days, and I used to feel that it was a no-win situation. And yeah, things are looking a bit bleak when it comes to a working life. But working from home, I think, is a big blessing. So with that said, I'm just going to go ahead and yeah, you need a vacation from vacation. So I'm going to go back into the TradingView platform. Let's start off with PACV. PACV is doing excellent. As I said before, PACV and Illumina, these are all going to do very well because their hardware is going to be needed by everyone. And as the industry lifts, PACV is going to do extremely well. RK also bought PACV. It's part of what they bought after selling CRISPR Therapeutics. That's also giving another boost. Bluebird is also doing very well, up 13.33. I'm really happy that I bought Bluebird when I did. That was at 3.04. So it's gone up, and it's at 6.34. So sorry, I didn't buy Bluebird at 3.04. I bought it somewhere in the $4 range. I bought SQZ Technologies at 3.04. So Bluebird is doing well. I'm still holding on to it. I was not able to place any good calls. I didn't get the kind of premium I wanted, but we are knocking at the doors of 6.44, which is a resistance. And I think momentum RSI has reached a place where it is overbought. So there's going to be a bit of cooling off happening before we take a charge at the next level of resistance. I'm liking this overall, but tomorrow I would expect Bluebird to give off a little bit of the gains. and Invitae is up 9.35%. Earnings are due on 9th of August, which is tomorrow. And I think there are no jitters for Invitae before earnings. Momentum is also creeped up above average, so I'm really happy about it. Everything is looking good for Invitae. DNA is up 5.86, about time that DNA started showing some strength. Momentum is also above average. MACD is also good. Everything is looking good for DNA. The next resistance for it is a 3.33, which probably it will try to cross tomorrow. Post-market, it's flat. Teladoc is up 3.50%, being constrained by the 50-day exponential moving average at 39.32. Post-market, it's still flat, and we are at 38.79 at close. IMTX is up 3.53%, and it's formed a doji candle. There's some amount of indecision, but having started very high in the morning, it came down. That's why you're seeing a red candle out here. And we have a overbought situation with the RSI. That's what accounts for the current weakness that you see here. So we'll need to cool off a little bit before we go up any further. So there'll be a bit of sideways movement for IMTX tomorrow. That's what I predict. Region is up 2.72%. It has converted all the resistances into support. So I'm just going to quickly mark these things as support to make the chart be very concurrent. And let's go there. Here it's an up-to-date chart now. And our next target is going to be, our next resistance is going to be somewhere out here, which I'm going to plot right now. I had removed these resistance lines before just to keep the chart clean. So I suspect that somewhere out here, somewhere around 669, we have the next level of resistance. And we also have one at this level out here, a minor resistance. So we'll have to cross these two before we go any further. MACD is looking good. Momentum is also looking good. We'll go further there. Halogen is up 3.23%, still on a bull channel, and momentum is overbought. Expect some amount of giving up of gains and moving sideways for Halogen tomorrow. Vertex is up 2.06%. Verve is up 1.87%, and it's bounced off the support at 25.95. And it's being supported by the 9-day and the 20-day exponential moving average. The next challenge is going to be the 200-day exponential moving average. Momentum is picking up. It's above average. It's looking good. MACD has to cross over the signal line. That's what we are looking for next. There's a bit of indecision out here, potentially jitters before earnings. We'll see what happens. ARCG is up 0.99%. Started high during the day and came down, but still ended above yesterday's closing. MACD still has got a bullish bias to it, and momentum still has plenty of way to run before RSI becomes overbought. So everything is looking good for ARCG. Pfizer is up 0.55%, and I would say that we have a doji candle out here just bouncing off the support, which was at 49.83 earlier and then became a resistance. So I'm going to mark this as a resistance. We have not been able to break through above that, and just above that is the 200-day exponential moving average. So the resistance is very strong. We need some time to break above it. And then we look at Novartis, which is 0.43% up, and Beam Therapeutics is up 0.41, again constrained by this resistance, which is at 65.12. Momentum is looking good. MACD has to convert and go into the bullish side. So we have to see what happens tomorrow. Beam still has got good fundamentals out there. Intelia is up 0.27%, still tantalizingly within this bullish pennant. Wanted to break above. Let us see what happens tomorrow. IDNA is up 0.29%. CRISPR Therapeutics is flat after the earnings. I believe it has done well for today. Illumina is down minus 0.35%, still on the bullish channel. Caribou is down minus 1.27%. Still trying to break through into the bullish channel and not succeeding. It's got a bit of doji candle in today. Momentum is still looking good, so I'm hoping it would break out tomorrow. Eritas is down minus 1.49%. The momentum is back into civilization zone, so tomorrow I think it will pick up again. SQZ is down minus 1.18%. MACD is looking bullish. Momentum has to pick up a little bit tomorrow for it to move any further. With that, my friends, I come to the end of my session today. I'll just quickly look at the chat screen to see what's happening. We got Upstart, Novavax, Marathon, crypto company. Yes, I have to check all of those things. Yes, pandemic stocks, pandemic pump. Yeah, that is true. So, that brings me to an end of the session today, my friend. Thanks for giving me company. I think I'll be discontinuing the live sessions maybe starting tomorrow. I won't have any more live sessions because I don't think there's an uptake for it. Thanks for being my support out here in. Very much appreciated. So with that, I'm going to end this session here. I'll catch up with you again tomorrow. Please go and check my CRISPR Q2 reaction and let me know what you think. Bye for now.